The fire inside you is fueled by discipline, not motivation. Motivation is fleeting, unreliable, and inconsistent. It comes and goes like the wind, but discipline is the force that carries you forward even when motivation disappears. Anyone can feel motivated for a day, a week, or even a month, but true success belongs to those who operate on discipline. The difference between winners and losers is not talent, luck, or intelligence. It is the ability to show up every single day, put in the work, and do what needs to be done, regardless of how they feel. Most people wait to ready before they take action. They tell themselves they'll start tomorrow, next week, or when the conditions are right. That's a lie. The truth is, if you rely on motivation, you will always find an excuse to delay. The successful don't wait for motivation. They force themselves to act even when they don't want to. They train when they're tired, they work when they're uninspired, and they push forward even when everything in them screams to stop. This is what separates those who win from those who wish. Discipline is the foundation of every great achievement in history. The strongest warriors, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most dominant athletes, all of them mastered the art of discipline. They didn't rely on motivation to build empires, break records, or defy the odds. They built habits that forced them to do what was necessary no matter how they felt. If you only work when you feel motivated, you will never be consistent, and without consistency, you will never achieve anything of significance. It's easy to be disciplined when things are going well, but true discipline is tested when life gets tough, when you wake up exhausted, when the obstacles seem too big, when doubt creeps into your mind. This is when discipline either holds you up or you collapse under the weight of your own weakness. If you quit every time things get hard, you will never reach your potential. Winners keep going when others stop. They understand that discomfort is part of the journey and they embrace it. The world doesn't care about your feelings. It doesn't care if you're tired, stressed, or unmotivated. Success isn't handed out to the comfortable. It is earned by those who are willing to suffer for it. Every day you wake up, you have two choices. You can give in to weakness, or you can rise and fight for what you want. The man who builds his life on discipline is unbreakable. He does not crumble when the storms of life come because he has trained himself to endure. Discipline is what keeps you training when no one is watching. It's what keeps you pushing past limits that most people accept as barriers. It's waking up at 5 a.m. to work while the rest of the world sleeps. It's choosing to say no to distractions, temptations, and instant gratification in favor of long-term success. Every time you choose discipline over comfort, you sharpen yourself into a stronger, more dangerous version of yourself. People will look at your results and call you lucky. They won't see the nights you stayed up grinding, the mornings you forced yourself out of bed when every muscle in your body was screaming, or the sacrifices you made. They won't understand the war you fought with yourself every day to stay disciplined. But none of that matters. The results speak for themselves, and discipline ensures that those results come. Success isn't built on motivation. Motivation is soft, unreliable, and inconsistent. Discipline is hard, sharp, and unshakable. The fire inside you is not a feeling, it's a decision. You either train your mind to do what must be done, or you accept a life of mediocrity. The choice is yours. The world respects strength. It does not admire weakness, nor does it reward those who crumble under pressure. Strength is the ultimate currency in life, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional. Those who possess it rise, while those who lack it are ignored, overlooked, or even crushed by those who refuse to be weak. Every aspect of success, wealth, power, influence, or respect is tied to strength in one form or another. The sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you can begin forging yourself into someone the world cannot ignore. People admire those who stand tall in the face of adversity. They follow leaders who exude confidence, resilience, and power. No one looks up to someone who constantly complains, gives up, or seeks sympathy. The harsh truth is that the world does not care about excuses, nor does it feel sorry for those who refuse to step up. Those who command respect do so because they refuse to be fragile. They do not break under pressure. They thrive in it. Strength is not given. It is earned through hardship, discipline, and relentless self-improvement. Mental strength is just as important as physical strength, if not more. The ability to control your emotions, stay focused under stress, and push forward when things get tough is what separates the winners from the losers. Weak-minded people let fear control them. They hesitate, they doubt themselves, and they fold the moment things don't go their way. The strong push through fear. They understand that discomfort is part of the journey, and instead of running from it, they embrace it. They know that resilience is built through struggle, and they welcome the challenge. Life does not reward those who wait for handouts or expect fairness. It rewards those who take control. Strength is the ability to stand up and say, I will not be defeated. It is the ability to take hits, whether they come in the form of failure, criticism, or hardship, and keep moving forward. Weakness, on the other hand, invites defeat. When you allow yourself to be weak, you give others power over you. You become easy to manipulate, easy to break, and easy to control. Strength ensures that you are the master of your own life. If you want to be respected, you must be strong. People respect those who can handle pressure, take responsibility, and make tough decisions. They do not respect those who constantly seek validation, complain about their circumstances, or crumble under the weight of life. Strength demands discipline. It demands the ability to do what is necessary even when it is difficult. It demands the mindset of a warrior, one who does not look for an easy way out, but instead embraces the battle. The world does not hand success to the weak. It does not reward those who sit back and hope for things to change. It rewards those who make things happen. If you want to be powerful, respected, and successful, you must develop strength in every aspect of your life. Physically, you must train your body to be capable and resilient. A strong body commands presence, and presence commands respect. Mentally, you must train your mind to be unshakable. Emotional control is a weapon, and those who lack it are at the mercy of their impulses. Strength is about more than just survival. It is about dominance. It is about ensuring that you are in control of your life rather than being controlled by circumstances, emotions, or other people. The strong do not beg for what they want. They take it. They do not ask for permission. They create their own path. They do not crumble under pressure. They thrive in it. Every day is an opportunity to become stronger, to sharpen yourself, and to push past limits that others accept. The moment you decide to be strong, everything changes. The world may not care about weakness, but it always acknowledges strength. Turn pain into power. Every person in life faces hardship, struggles, and setbacks. Pain is an unavoidable part of the human experience, but what separates the strong from the weak is how they respond to it. Most people allow pain to break them. They complain, they look for sympathy, they make excuses, and they let their hardships define them. But those who rise above, those who achieve greatness, understand that pain is not an obstacle. It is fuel. Instead of allowing pain to destroy them, they use it to build something greater. Pain is the most powerful source of motivation if you learn how to harness it. Every struggle you have ever faced, every failure, every moment of rejection or doubt has given you an opportunity to grow. The problem is that most people don't see it that way. They see pain as something negative, something to be avoided. But pain is a teacher. It exposes weaknesses, reveals blind spots, and forces you to adapt and improve. Those who embrace pain and learn from it become unstoppable. They develop resilience, mental toughness, and an unshakable will to succeed. They use every hardship as a stepping stone towards something greater. The truth is, pain is one of the greatest motivators in existence. When you are comfortable, when life is easy, there is no urgency to change. But when you experience pain, whether it's failure, loss, or disappointment, it creates a fire inside you. It forces you to take action. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't is simple. The successful use that fire to push themselves harder, while the weak let it consume them. Pain can either be the weight that holds you down or the force that drives you forward. The choice is entirely yours. Think about the greatest success stories in history. None of them were built on comfort. The most powerful, influential, and successful individuals all went through immense hardship. They faced rejection, failure, and setbacks. But instead of quitting, they used those experiences to fuel their growth. They understood that every painful moment was shaping them into something stronger. They refused to let pain define them in a negative way. Instead, they used it as proof that they could endure anything, that they were capable of overcoming whatever life threw at them. Pain is unavoidable. You cannot escape it, no matter how much you try. But you can decide what to do with it. You can sit in self-pity, telling yourself life is unfair, or you can take that pain and channel it into something productive. Every time you feel pain, let it remind you of why you started. Let it remind you that you are still in control. Use it to push yourself harder in the gym, to work longer on your business, to stay disciplined when others quit. Use it as proof that nothing can break you. People who complain about their pain waste its power. They focus on what they lost instead of what they can gain. But those who take their pain and turn it into strength develop an edge that others simply don't have. They become relentless. They develop an unbreakable mindset. They no longer fear struggle because they understand that every moment of hardship is simply another opportunity to become stronger. When you shift your perspective, pain stops being something to avoid and starts becoming something to seek out. It becomes a tool, a weapon that sharpens you into the strongest version of yourself. Life will test you. It will knock you down, challenge you, and push you to your limits. But the question is, will you let it defeat you or will you rise? The strongest people in the world are not those who never experience pain, but those who take that pain and turn it into power. They refuse to be victims. They refuse to let circumstances control them. They take their suffering and use it to fuel their discipline, their ambition, and their success. Every time life knocks you down, you have two choices. You can stay down or you can rise stronger than before. The world does not reward those who surrender to pain. It rewards those who harness it, those who take every hardship and use it as motivation to push further than anyone thought possible. Strength is built through suffering. Greatness is forged in the fire of adversity. If you want to achieve anything significant in life, you must stop fearing pain and start using it. Every challenge, every setback, every failure is an opportunity. Use your pain as fuel, and nothing will ever be able to stop you. Take full ownership. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you success, give you the life you want, or fix your problems for you. If you want something, you have to take responsibility for making it happen. Most people go through life blaming external circumstances for their failures. They blame the economy, their upbringing, bad luck, or other people. They tell themselves they would be successful if only things were different. But the truth is, their failure comes from one simple fact: they refuse to take full ownership of their lives. Taking ownership means accepting that everything in your life, your successes, your failures, your financial situation, your health, your mindset, is a direct result of your actions or inactions. It means no more excuses, No more blaming others, and no more waiting for someone else to change your circumstances. The moment you stop seeing yourself as a victim and start taking full responsibility for your life, everything changes. You realize that you are in control, that you have the power to change your situation, and that your future is entirely up to you. Most people don't want to hear this because it's easier to blame someone else. It's easier to say life is unfair than to admit you haven't put in the necessary work. But excuses don't change anything. Complaining doesn't move you forward. The only thing that will ever change your life is action. And action only comes when you take full ownership. If you want to be successful, you must develop a mindset of complete accountability. You must stop waiting for someone else to give you permission, help you, or make things easier. You must take charge. The reality is life is not fair. Some people are born into wealth, some have better genetics, and some have more opportunities. But none of that matters. The moment you waste time thinking about what you don't have is the moment you lose focus on what you can do. There will always be people who started with an advantage, just like there will always be people who started with less than you and still managed to succeed. The difference is not in the circumstances, it's in the mindset. Those who take ownership look at obstacles and see challenges to overcome, while those who make excuses see reasons to give up. Taking ownership means understanding that your problems are yours to solve. If you're out of shape, it's because you haven't prioritized your health. If you're broke, it's because you haven't figured out how to create more value. If your life is not where you want it to be, it's because of decisions you have made or failed to make. This isn't about self-blame. It's about self-empowerment. Because the moment you accept that you are responsible for your situation, you also accept that you have the power to change it. When you take ownership, you stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect time to start a business, get in shape, or work on your goals. There will always be obstacles, distractions, and difficulties. But successful people take action despite these things. They don't wait for motivation or ideal circumstances. They create opportunities through relentless effort. Every day you delay is another day wasted. Every excuse you make is another step away from the life you want. The only way to get where you want to be is to take responsibility and take action. Ownership also means controlling your emotions and reactions. Weak people let their emotions dictate their actions. They get upset, frustrated, or discouraged and use those feelings as an excuse to stop trying. But when you take full ownership, you understand that emotions are temporary and discipline is what matters. You push through fear, doubt, and discomfort because you know that the only thing that matters is results. The moment you stop looking for someone to save you and accept that your life is in your hands, you gain power. You stop wasting time complaining. You stop feeling sorry for yourself. And you start moving forward with purpose. Taking ownership is the key to success in every area of life. It is the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who spend their lives making excuses. If you want something, go and get it. If you don't have what you want, do something about it. No one is coming to save you. The only person who can change your life is you. Sacrifice is the price of success. Nothing worthwhile comes without giving up something in return. The reason most people never achieve greatness is that they are unwilling to pay that price. They want the rewards, but they don't want the struggle. They want the success, but they don't want to sacrifice their comfort, their time, or their distractions. The truth is, every successful person has had to give up something to get where they are. If you are not willing to make sacrifices, you will never reach your full potential. Most people choose comfort over progress. They want to stay in their familiar routines, indulge in entertainment, and avoid discomfort. They don't want to wake up earlier, work longer, or give up things that bring them temporary pleasure. But success does not come to those who prioritize comfort. It comes to those who are willing to endure discomfort for something greater. Every hour spent watching TV, scrolling on social media, or wasting time is an hour that could have been used to build a better future. Those who achieve greatness understand that sacrifices must be made, and they make them without hesitation. If you want financial success, you must be willing to sacrifice short-term pleasures. You cannot spend money recklessly and expect to build wealth. You must give up unnecessary expenses, invest wisely, and delay gratification. The people who struggle financially are often those who refuse to make sacrifices. They want to enjoy luxury before they've earned it. They waste money on things that do not improve their future and then wonder why they never get ahead. The disciplined, on the other hand, understand that every dollar spent today is a dollar that could have been invested in something greater. If you want to be in peak physical condition, you must sacrifice unhealthy habits. You cannot eat junk food, skip workouts, and expect to be in great shape. You must be willing to say no to things that offer temporary satisfaction in exchange for long-term results. This means waking up early to train when others are sleeping, choosing clean food over processed garbage, and staying consistent even when you don't feel like it. The strongest, most disciplined people in the world didn't get there by accident. They got there by sacrificing comfort for discipline. If you want mastery in any skill, you must be willing to sacrifice time. Talent alone is not enough. The best athletes, musicians, and entrepreneurs did not get there by simply being gifted. They got there by dedicating thousands of hours to their craft. While others were relaxing, they were practicing. While others were distracted, they were focused. The world does not reward those who do the bare minimum. It rewards those who are obsessed, who are willing to sacrifice everything necessary to achieve their goal. Relationships also require sacrifice. If you want strong connections, you must be willing to sacrifice selfishness. If you want a successful business partnership, you must sacrifice ego and learn to work with others. If you want a healthy family life, you must sacrifice distractions and be present. Success in any area requires trade-offs, and those who refuse to make them often find themselves unfulfilled in multiple areas of life. The reason sacrifice is so powerful is that it separates those who truly want success from those who only say they do. Anyone can claim they want to be successful, rich, strong, or respected, but very few are actually willing to do what it takes. Everyone wants to be great until they realize the price of greatness. When faced with the reality of long hours, discomfort, and the need to cut out distractions, most people give up. This is why success is rare, because sacrifice is rare. Sacrifice is the test. It is the filter that determines who actually has what it takes. Those who are willing to make sacrifices prove that they are serious. They prove that their goals matter more than temporary pleasure. They prove that they are willing to do whatever it takes. And because of this, they succeed where others fail. You must ask yourself, what are you willing to give up? What distractions, comforts, or habits are holding you back? If you are not willing to sacrifice for your goals, then you do not truly want them. Success is earned, never given, and the price is sacrifice. Discipline is the foundation of success. Without discipline, talent is wasted, motivation fades, and goals remain nothing more than dreams. Discipline is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who remain average. It is the ability to do what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. Most people rely on motivation, but motivation is temporary. It comes and goes based on emotions. Discipline, on the other hand, is permanent. It is a decision, a mindset, a commitment to push forward regardless of circumstances. People often say they want success, but very few are willing to build the discipline required to achieve it. They want to be fit but skip workouts because they're tired. They want financial freedom but waste money on things that bring temporary pleasure. They want to master a skill but only practice when they feel like it. This is why most people never reach their full potential. They allow their feelings to dictate their actions instead of their goals. Successful people, however, do not give themselves an option. They don't wait until they feel like doing something. They do it because it must be done. Discipline is about consistency. Anyone can work hard for a day, a week, or even a month. But the ones who win in life are those who show up every single day, whether they feel like it or not. They don't make excuses. They don't allow distractions to pull them away from their path. They don't negotiate with themselves about whether they should take action. They have already decided. Discipline means pushing through fatigue, boredom, and discomfort because the goal matters more than the temporary struggle. People who lack discipline often look for shortcuts. They want results without the effort. They look for hacks to make things easier instead of embracing the process. But there are no shortcuts to success. No one who has ever achieved anything great did so without discipline. It is the price that must be paid. The strongest, most successful, and most respected individuals are those who have mastered self-control. They wake up early, train when others sleep, work when others relax, and stay committed when others quit. They are not special, they are simply disciplined. Discipline is the ability to control impulses. It is saying no to distractions, no to laziness, and no to anything that pulls you away from your goal. It is waking up early when your body wants to sleep. It is going to the gym when you don't feel like training. It is working on your craft when no one is watching. It is making the right choice over and over again, not just when it's easy, but especially when it's hard. Those who master discipline gain control over their lives. They are not at the mercy of their emotions, their cravings, or external circumstances. They dictate their actions based on what must be done. A lack of discipline leads to failure. Without discipline, people give in to temptation. They procrastinate, waste time, and let opportunities slip away. They make excuses instead of taking responsibility. They look at disciplined individuals and assume they have some special advantage, when in reality, the only difference is that disciplined people take action regardless of how they feel. Weak people let their emotions control them. They seek comfort, avoid hard work, and stay trapped in a cycle of inconsistency. Then they wonder why they never progress. The beauty of discipline is that it builds momentum. The more disciplined you become, the easier it gets. The first time you push through resistance, it's hard. The second time, it's slightly easier. Over time, it becomes automatic. It becomes part of your identity. You no longer have to force yourself to be disciplined. You simply are. Discipline creates confidence. When you know you can trust yourself to do what needs to be done, you stop doubting your abilities. You stop looking for motivation because you realize you don't need it. If you want to be successful, you must master discipline. You must train yourself to act despite how you feel. You must create habits that align with your goals and stick to them no matter what. Discipline is not a punishment. It is the key to freedom. It allows you to take control of your life instead of being controlled by distractions, impulses, and laziness. Without discipline, you will always struggle. With discipline, nothing is impossible. Embrace hardship as a path to strength. Most people go through life avoiding struggle, seeking comfort, and hoping that things will be easy. They fear challenges, run from adversity, and complain when things get difficult. But what they fail to realize is that hardship is not something to be feared. It is something to be embraced. It is through hardship that you grow, that you develop resilience, that you become stronger than you ever thought possible. Every difficult situation, every painful experience, every obstacle is an opportunity to build the kind of strength that cannot be broken. The people who achieve the most in life are not the ones who had it easy. They are the ones who faced struggle after struggle and refused to break. They are the ones who took every setback and used it as fuel to push forward. They are the ones who understood that hardship is not a punishment, it is a test. Life will test you. It will challenge you in ways you never expected. It will push you to your limits and make you question whether you have what it takes. The weak complain, give up, and make excuses. The strong embrace the challenge and use it to become better. The truth is, hardship is inevitable. No matter how much you try to avoid it, life will throw difficulties your way. You will experience failure. You will face rejection. You will struggle. But what matters is not what happens to you, it's how you respond. Will you let hardship defeat you? Will you let it make you weak, bitter, and hopeless? Or will you use it to become stronger, smarter, and more resilient? That decision is yours to make. Every hardship is a lesson. When things go wrong, you have two choices. You can dwell on the pain or you can learn from it. Most people choose the first option. They feel sorry for themselves. They complain about how unfair life is. They waste time wishing things were different instead of adapting to reality. But the people who succeed in life are the ones who extract lessons from every struggle. They analyze their failures and figure out how to improve. They use every setback as a stepping stone to something greater. Strength is not built in comfort. If you avoid difficulty, you remain weak. You never develop the discipline, the mental toughness, or the resilience needed to handle the challenges of life. This is why so many people struggle when things don't go their way. They have never trained themselves to endure hardship, so when real adversity comes, they crumble. But those who consistently embrace hardship become unbreakable. They reach a point where nothing can shake them because they have already survived worse. The strongest people in the world did not become that way by having an easy life. They went through pain, loss, and struggle, but instead of running from it, they leaned into it. They knew that every hardship was making them tougher, sharpening their mindset, and preparing them for greater challenges. If you want to be strong, you must seek out difficulty. You must put yourself in uncomfortable situations on purpose. You must push your limits daily. Discomfort is where growth happens. If you stay in your comfort zone, you remain the same. You make no progress. You never reach your potential. But when you step into discomfort, when you challenge yourself, when you embrace the struggle, you begin to evolve. You begin to develop the kind of strength that allows you to handle anything life throws your way. The harder the challenge, the greater the reward. Most people think strength is about avoiding pain. But true strength is about enduring it, embracing it, and using it to your advantage. The people who accomplish the most in life are not the ones who never struggled. They are the ones who face struggle head on and refuse to quit. They turn pain into power, setbacks into lessons, and obstacles into opportunities. Hardship is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally. It is shaping you, molding you, and preparing you for something greater. The more you embrace it, the stronger you become. If you want to achieve anything significant in life, you must stop fearing hardship and start seeing it for what it truly is, the path to strength. Your mind is your most powerful weapon. Everything you achieve, everything you overcome, and everything you become starts in your mind. The way you think, the way you process challenges, and the way you approach life determines your success or failure. Most people never reach their full potential, not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they do not have control over their own minds. They allow fear, doubt, and negativity to dictate their actions. They let their emotions control them instead of mastering their emotions. But those who understand the power of the mind know that success is not about external circumstances. It is about mastering what happens inside your head. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you constantly think about failure, if you doubt yourself, if you allow negativity to take over, your life will reflect that. But if you train your mind to focus on strength, resilience, and self-belief, you will create a reality that matches that mindset. Everything begins with the way you think. If you believe you are weak, you will act weak. If you believe you are strong, you will find ways to overcome any challenge. The mind controls the body, and the body follows the mind. If your mindset is weak, your actions will be weak. If your mindset is strong, your actions will be powerful. Most people sabotage themselves because they do not control their thoughts. They allow self-doubt to creep in. They let fear stop them from taking action. They tell themselves they are not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. And because they believe these lies, they never push themselves to become better. But the truth is, the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. If you believe something is impossible, it will be impossible for you. But if you believe that nothing can stop you, you will find a way to succeed no matter what. Training your mind is just like training your body. If you want to be physically strong, you must lift weights, push past fatigue, and train even when you don't feel like it. The same applies to the mind. You must challenge yourself, push past mental barriers, and develop a mindset that is unshakable. This means controlling your thoughts, rejecting negativity, and focusing on solutions instead of problems. It means developing the discipline to stay focused even when things get tough. It means training yourself to remain calm under pressure and never letting emotions control your decisions. One of the biggest weaknesses people have is letting their emotions dictate their actions. They get frustrated and they quit. They feel discouraged and they stop trying. They experience fear and they hesitate. But those who understand the power of the mind know that emotions are temporary. They do not let fear, anger, or doubt control them. They push through regardless of how they feel. They have trained their minds to be stronger than their emotions. This is why they succeed where others fail. The mind is like a battlefield. Every day, you are faced with choices. You can choose to be strong or weak. You can choose to push forward or give up. You can choose to let negativity control you or take full control over your thoughts. Those who master their minds win in life. They do not wait for motivation because they understand that motivation is unreliable. Instead, they rely on discipline. They train their minds to take action regardless of how they feel. This is what separates the winners from the losers. Your thoughts determine how you respond to challenges. Some people see obstacles and immediately think, I can't do this. Others see the same obstacles and say, how can I overcome this? The difference is in the mindset. A weak mind gives up at the first sign of difficulty. A strong mind finds a way forward no matter what. If you want to succeed, you must develop the kind of mental strength that refuses to break under pressure. You must condition yourself to see setbacks as lessons, failures as opportunities, and struggles as necessary steps toward greatness. The people who dominate in life are not always the most talented, the smartest, or the luckiest. They are simply the ones who have trained their minds to be stronger than anything life throws at them. They do not let fear stop them. They do not let doubt slow them down. They do not waste time on excuses or self-pity. They take control of their thoughts, their emotions, and their actions. And because of this, they achieve what others cannot. If you want to succeed, you must train your mind every single day. You must build mental toughness, reject weakness, and develop an unshakable belief in yourself. Because at the end of the day, your mind is your most powerful weapon, and if you learn to master it, nothing can stop you. Pain is a necessary part of growth. Most people go through life trying to avoid pain at all costs. They fear discomfort, they shy away from struggle, and they hope for an easy path. But what they fail to realize is that pain is not something to be avoided. It is something to be embraced. It is through pain that you develop strength. It is through pain that you gain wisdom. It is through pain that you evolve into a version of yourself that is capable of handling anything life throws your way. Without pain, there is no growth. Without struggle, there is no progress. People who fear pain remain weak. They never push themselves beyond their limits because they are afraid of discomfort. They never take risks because they are afraid of failure. They never challenge themselves because they are afraid of struggle. And because of this, they stay the same. They remain stagnant, trapped in a cycle of mediocrity, watching from the sidelines as others rise above them. The strongest people in the world, the most successful, the most disciplined, the most respected, are the ones who have embraced pain. They have learned to endure it, to push through it, and to use it as fuel for their journey. Pain is a teacher. Every setback, every failure, every moment of suffering is an opportunity to learn. When things go wrong, weak people complain. They blame others. They look for sympathy. But strong people analyze the situation, extract the lessons, and move forward with greater knowledge and resilience. They understand that pain is not an enemy. It is a mentor. It reveals weaknesses that need to be fixed. It exposes flaws that need to be corrected. It forces you to confront your limits and break through them. The most valuable lessons in life do not come from comfort. They come from struggle. Physical pain strengthens the body. When you push your muscles to the limit, they break down and rebuild stronger. The discomfort of training is what makes you more powerful. If you avoid pain in the gym, you remain weak. The same principle applies to life. If you avoid challenges, you never develop resilience. If you refuse to struggle, you never build mental toughness. Every hardship, every difficulty, every painful moment is an opportunity to become stronger than you were before. Pain is not a sign to stop. It is a sign that you are growing. Most people quit the moment things become difficult. They start something new, face their first real challenge, and immediately give up. This is why so many people never achieve their goals. They expect success to be easy. They think they can reach the top without suffering. But the reality is, nothing great has ever been achieved without pain. Every champion, every leader, every successful individual has endured more pain than the average person can imagine. They did not reach their level of success by avoiding struggle. They reached it by embracing it. Emotional pain is just as important as physical pain. Losing, failing, being rejected, these are experiences that can either break you or make you stronger. The weak let emotional pain destroy them. They give up on their dreams because they were told no. They let criticism affect their confidence. They allow past failures to dictate their future. But the strong use pain as motivation. They turn rejection into fuel. They take every loss as a lesson and come back stronger. The people who win in life are not the ones who never failed. They are the ones who failed over and over again but refused to quit. The key to success is learning to endure pain without breaking. Most people think that the goal is to eliminate pain from their lives, but this is impossible. Pain is a part of life. The real goal is to become so strong that pain no longer affects you the way it affects others. It is to develop the mindset that no matter how hard things get, no matter how much it hurts, you will keep going. This is what separates those who succeed from those who fail. Those who fail let pain stop them. Those who succeed push through it and come out stronger on the other side. Pain is proof that you are trying. It is a sign that you are stepping outside of your comfort zone, pushing yourself beyond your limits, and growing into something greater. If you are not experiencing pain, you are not pushing hard enough. If you are not struggling, you are not challenging yourself enough. Growth is not supposed to be comfortable. It is supposed to test you, to break you down, and to rebuild you into something unshakable. Do not run from pain, embrace it. Let it sharpen you. Let it mold you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Every painful experience is an opportunity to level up. The moment you stop fearing pain and start using it to your advantage, you will become unstoppable. Your environment shapes your future. The people you surround yourself with, the places you spend your time in, and the energy you expose yourself to all influence the person you become. Many people fail in life not because they lack potential, but because they are trapped in an environment that keeps them weak, distracted, and unmotivated. They spend their time with people who discourage them, in places that drain them, and in situations that do not push them towards success. They don't realize that if they want to change their lives, they first have to change their environment. Look at the people around you. Are they pushing you to be better, or are they holding you back? Are they inspiring you to work harder, or are they feeding you excuses? Too many people spend their time with individuals who have no ambition, no drive, and no discipline. They get caught in toxic friendships and relationships that keep them stuck in a cycle of laziness and self-doubt. If you surround yourself with losers, you will become a loser. If you surround yourself with people who complain, who make excuses, and who settle for mediocrity, you will adopt the same habits and mindset. But if you surround yourself with winners, with disciplined individuals, with people who push themselves every day, you will absorb their energy, their mindset, and their work ethic. The energy of your environment is contagious. If you are in a place that is negative, filled with distractions, and surrounded by people who lack discipline, that energy will influence you. You might have big goals, but if your environment does not support them, you will struggle to stay consistent. The reason so many people never achieve their dreams is that they remain in the same environment that has kept them weak for years. They refuse to cut ties with negative influences. They stay in the same city, in the same routines, around the same people who are not going anywhere in life. And then they wonder why they are not progressing. Your environment should make success easier, not harder. If you are constantly fighting against distractions, negativity, and laziness, you are wasting energy that could be used for growth. This is why successful people are ruthless about their environment. They eliminate distractions, cut off negative people, and design their surroundings in a way that pushes them to be their best. They understand that their environment is either making them stronger or making them weaker. There is no in between. If you want to succeed, you must take control of your environment. You must choose to be in places that inspire you, around people who challenge you, and in situations that force you to grow. You must remove everything that slows you down, whether it's toxic friends, mindless entertainment, or bad habits that keep you stagnant. You cannot expect to reach new levels in life while surrounding yourself with the same things that have kept you average. Change your environment, and you will change your future. The strongest, most disciplined individuals understand that they are a product of their surroundings. This is why they are extremely selective about who they spend their time with. They do not waste energy on people who drain them. They do not allow negativity to infect their mindset. They seek out mentors, networks, and environments that push them to be better every single day. They know that if they surround themselves with excellence, they will rise to that level. Some people will hear this and say, "But I can't change my environment." They make excuses about why they can't leave their negative surroundings. But the truth is, you always have control. You may not be able to move to a new place overnight, but you can start by controlling what you consume. If your environment is filled with negativity, replace it with books, podcasts, and content that inspires you. If the people around you are dragging you down, limit your time with them and seek out new connections. If your surroundings are filled with distractions, remove them and create a space that encourages focus and discipline. Your success depends on your ability to create an environment that aligns with your goals. You cannot allow yourself to be surrounded by weakness and expect to become strong. You cannot be in an environment filled with laziness and expect to develop discipline. Your surroundings influence your mindset, your habits, and ultimately your future. If you want to be great, you must put yourself in an environment that forces you to rise. Take a hard look at your environment. Ask yourself if it is helping you or hurting you. If it is not pushing you towards success, it is holding you back. And if it is holding you back, you must have the courage to change it. Because at the end of the day, your environment is either your greatest asset or your biggest obstacle. The choice is yours.